comfort zone ko. So,
Hi guys! My name is Lovelyn. I came here as an international student way back 2018. Gateway Bridge helped me to process my visa, guide me when I first came here, and I'm going to share you my experience and my journey in Australia. So, my experiences while studying in Australia as an international student, it's really challenging because aside from you have to comply, go to school 3 times a week, you also have to earn living because you have to support yourself. You have to find a job to to support yourself financially and to pay your tuition fee. The good thing about it is you will experience a lot of things in Australia, like being independent. You have to do it on your own, and meeting new fellow friends and other international students came from different countries. So it's also a good experience to expose yourself in a diversity in Australia for being a student. So when I first came here, I don't have a job. So basically you have to find a job under those main website, which is Seek.com, Gumtree, but Gateway will definitely provide you those main websites where you can find your first job. I got my first job as a call center because I do have an experience as a call center back home in the Philippines. So I got my first job as a part-time call center agent in a city. And yeah, it's not that challenging for me to find that specific industry because I do have an experience, but because I have a part-time job and it's not enough for me to earn money on that part-time job, I have to find a second job. To be honest, it's cleaning job, but I'm so proud that I was able to push myself and to do this kind of job that I haven't experienced back home. So I do have 2 jobs, cleaning job and at the same time call center job. When I first landed in Australia, it was, I think, around April. Winter na nun dito. So I don't know anyone except si Ma'am Catherine, yung may-ari ng Gateway. They're very supportive kasi pick up po nila ako sa airport. Tapos may nakahanda ng go-kart para at least hindi ko na problemahing mag-commute the next day. Hinanapan din po nila ako ng accommodation which is shared sa family, isang Chinese or Asian community, which is I'm very grateful kasi kumbaga halos same naman tayo ng culture sa mga Chinese. So doon po ako namalagi. At the same time, binigyan din po ako ng mga importanteng links kung saan ako pwedeng maghanap ng trabaho, yung mga pwede kong pasokang trabaho, mga tips, yung bagong dating ko lang. It's also funny kasi yung public transportation nila sobrang malaking difference sa Pilipinas. So meron silang tinatawag na go-card. So you have to tap it before you ride the train and after. So kapag nakalimutan mo siyang itap, ma-charge ka ng twice. So you have to keep that in mind. In terms po sa culture, talagang magkaiba kasi dito napaka-independent na po. Once you reach 18 years old, kumbaga nakaseparate ka na sa mga magulang mo, may sarili ka ng trabaho, may nakabukod ka na. So dito talagang hassle. So pagdating mo dito talagang work agad, kailangan mong maging independent. Pero at the same time, huwag ka ring mahihiyang magtanong kung may mga hindi ka alam kasi very approachable naman po sila. In terms of naman po pagkadating mo dito, challenging siya kasi kumbaga magugulat ka sa yung cost of living kasi you have to pay rent every week. You have to budget your grocery as well every week, pamasahe mo pa. So kumbaga since wala ka masyadong network dito nung pagdating mo, you have to build relationship with sa kapwa mo Pilipino. Ang ma-advise ko po, since you're on the same situation, kumbaga meron din namang iba sa inyo na medyo nakakaluwag or nakakaangat or community of Filipino like meron din sila sa Facebook na Filipinos Community in Brisbane. Huwag kang mahiyang humingi ng tulong. Kasi that time when I came here, bago siya mag-pandemic, lalo kapag nung pandemic, talagang maraming struggle na student na nawalan ng work or na-stop ang work kasi hindi sila, yun nga dahil nga sa lockdown. So, yung Filipino community po dito ay very, very helpful. Ang dami ko nakikitang post during pandemic na, oh, I need food po, yung mga may extra food po dyan, ganito, ganyan, need some extra clothes for winter. They're willing to extend hand for you or help you. Huwag ka lang mahiyang magsabi. Kasi dito pagdating mo, alisin mo yung hiya. Kasi yung hiya, walang maitutulong sa'yo. Kailangan medyo makapalang mukha mo. And at the same time, you should be also respectful and kind. Challenges po while I'm an international student, sobrang madami po. Pinaka-challenges is yung pera, yung financial. Kasi as you know na 20 hours lang yung allowed tayong mag-work. So talagang iba-budget mo. Ang isa pa, lalo kapag ikaw ang breadwinner sa family mo, you have to send money. So napaka-importante po ng support ng family mo at ng mga taong nakapaligid sa'yo. Kasi andun na yun eh. Kumbaga nandito ka na sa Australia, you have to keep going kahit na mahirap. Kumbaga kailangan mong maging matatag. Challenges kasi nag-aaral ka, you have to pay tuition fee at the same time. So, kailangan mong i-budget yung pera mo. Challenges din kasi magkaiba yung kultura ng Pilipinas sa Australian. So, talagang malaking adjustment yung gagawin mo. Lalo sa language barrier ba? Kasi marami silang mga terms na ginagamit, mga slang. Which is also at the same time, even though challenge, it's fun. Kasi, kumbaga, nag-gain ka ng mga knowledge habang nakikisalamuha ka sa mga Australian. Ano pa bang mga challenges? Challenges kasi malayo ka sa pamilya mo. So, talagang mafe-feel mo ang homesick in the first few months. Sabihin natin, 6 months. Pero kapag andun ka na nasa kalagitnaan ka na ng proseso, naka-1 taon ka na sa Australia, ma-adapt mo na rin yung culture. Lalo na kapag malapit ka nang mag-graduate, talagang looking back na from the start ka nagsimula at malapit mo nang makamit yung graduate visa mo o yung goals mo dito sa Australia, very, very worth it. My best advice po sa mga nagpaplanong mag-student or international students sa Australia is to know your goals bago magpunta dito, and you have to prepare yourself, mindset and physically. Kasi hindi po siya madali. In terms of mindset, you have to be tough. You're gonna feel homesick at the same time. Tapos, makakaramdam ka ng lungkot, malayo sa pamilya mo. So, you have to prepare yourself sa mga ganong situation. Physically kasi talagang you have to be on your own. You have to mahirap magkasakit pag malayo sa pamilya. So, as much as possible, you have to, physically healthy para marami kang magawa while, kasi you have pagsasabayan mo yung study at saka working. Tsaka yung mga climate change din dito. So, parang maninibago yung katawan mo. Pero ang pinaka-advice ko talaga is to know your purpose. Ano yung rason mo kung bakit ka mag-i-international student. Kapag alam mo yung sagot, lahat ng bagay posible mong magawa at makamit sa Australia. Ang masasabi ko lang is kapag mag-a-apply kayo as an international student, wag po kayong susuko kasi nandito ka na. And do your research as well para hindi po kayo mag-expect so much pagdating nyo dito. I personally highly recommend Gateway kasi sila po ang nag-process ng magmula student. Ito po ang journey ko, magmula student hanggang matapos ko po yung course ko, hanggang pag-a-apply ng PR, sila po yung nag-process sa akin. And also, my brother kasi kakadating din niya sa Australia like few months ago, sila din po yung nag-process. So, very worth it po kasi they have a very good team na will manage your paperwork, the whole process. They will explain to you, no sugarcoating at the same time. So, Gateway po, meron po silang branch sa Baguio, Laguna, and sa, I think, Manila, Davao. Isabela. So, yun po. Message lang po. Thank you.